Carlson holds and looks and shoots, saved by Knight. Shot by McCarr. He scores! Cale McCarr! What an incredible shot off the post and in. Well, paint my reindeer and call me a goblin. The Avs have a 1-0 lead as McCarr cleans up after the save to rip home his 9th of the season.
Well, you are locked into Moser, Lombardi and Kane with Matt Smith, and the Jared Bednar Show is brought to you by Mr. Rooter Plumbing, proudly rooting for Colorado's hockey team.
Good morning, Coach. That's Matt Smith. He's filling in for Kaner because Kaner had his second baby with his wife on Monday.
Awesome. Good news.
Yeah,
he's hard at work right now, Coach. He is. He's doing, like I said, listen, more power to him, but what is he doing except sitting there right now? What do you think Brett Kane is doing right now, 3 days after birth?
He's scrolling on the TV, checking highlights for sure.
Yeah,
yes.
That's exactly it. I'm sure there's probably nothing more to it than that. Coach, good morning. Here come the Sharks in tonight. We'll get to that in a little bit, but how good were the last couple of days to kind of rest the body after the weekend and a couple of shutouts on the road, even though you didn't play your best hockey?
Yeah, it's nice for sure. We got one really good day off here. The schedule. It was 3 and 4 last weekend, then you get a day to sort of recoup and fill the tanks up again, and we're getting ready to start 3 and 4 again here today. So it's just kind of the nature of the beast this year with the Olympic break and the condensed schedule. Everyone's kind of doing the same thing. So rest is definitely important, and it also gives you a little bit of time to look at a few things and kind of reset going into the next set of games.
Coach, I don't know what you guys don't do well. You can outscore teams. You have plenty of scoring punch. And then over the weekend, you play a back-to-back, and your goalies just, they throw shutouts at you. You've got a little bit of everything. As a coach, how much better can you feel than what you feel right now?
Yeah, we're pretty happy about the way that we've been able to win games in different ways. We haven't had to, up until this weekend, our goalies have been playing great, but we haven't had to lean on them to single-handedly win us games. And, on the weekend we had 2 slow starts in those games. We got it going a little bit in Nashville, but it was still a little bit of a sludge fest for us. We didn't play with the same pace, didn't create the same type of opportunities we normally do to score goals. And we were weak defensively to start the game. And first period, we just get a phenomenal goalie performance from Blackwood. Ends up getting a shutout, and he faced a lot of shots and more chances than we would like to give up over the course of the game. Then we go into Chicago. We talk about some of the things in Nashville that we needed to improve and dig in on, and we had a bad start in Chicago too. And Wedgewood in the first period was lights out as well, and kept the game even, and then we kind of found our legs and got her going a bit in the second. But again, didn't create the type of chances that we've been creating throughout the course of the year. But to be able to win both those games, and the shutout kind of speaks to the way the goalies played for us. And so now it's about getting back on track and getting back to our game. We should be rested. We should have lots of energy coming into this one. We're playing a Sharks team that can really skate, and they can be dynamic at times. And we did a nice job creating against them in San Jose, and so we'll have to do it again here tonight in order to score a few more goals than we've been given for our goalies.
Coach, great to talk to you. You just bring up Scott Wedgewood there, and it's announced yesterday that he's been added to Canada's list for possible Olympic participation. Talk to me about having a guy like that in the locker room and how cool it is that at age 33 he gets this type of recognition based upon the kind of hot start he's had to this season.
Yeah, I think it's well-deserved. You're always kind of rooting for everyone on your team, but guys that have been grinding and putting in the work like Wedgie has. He's just a phenomenal teammate in the room, on the bench, on the ice, always an upbeat, positive guy. He interacts with everyone on a regular basis. He brings that kind of energy and juice and communication to your room. And, he stepped up for us at the biggest time. I would say there is some pressure there because of where we're trying to get to in the season, what we're trying to have. And Blackwood misses a bunch of time, and he's played the best hockey maybe of his career, I think it's fantastic. Like Team Canada is trying to keep their options open, and I why not add him and at least have him for an option? I mean, if he continues to play like this for another month before they announce the team, it's you gotta not only like pick the guys that are sort of slotted and that are going to be there, but you're going to have to make some decisions on the edge of your roster, and you want guys that are playing their best hockey at that time and that can handle the pressure, that have been through a lot of seasons and struggles and highs and lows, and that's what Wedgie brings to you. I'm really excited for him, and they've added some young guys to the roster throughout the league, and just trying to keep all their options open, which I think is really smart.
Coach, what is Wedgie doing exactly to take his game to that next level?
That's a good question. Confidence is definitely high, but he's putting in the work. Like he's worked on a few things with UC Parkla, our goaltending coach, over the course of the season. He's seeing it right now. He's a great puck stopper, right? Like he's a competitive guy in the net. He's athletic. He can move. He's quick. And right now, I just think he's seeing it, like plays happen before they happen. So he's early to where the puck's going to be shot from. He's making some incredible saves. He's not letting in any weak goals. He's just really sharp and at the top of his game at the best time for us. And now we got Blackwood coming back, and he just played the best game he's played all year too. So yeah, it's a great problem to have right now as to who we're seeing in the net. We can always play a rested goalie and a guy that's going to give us a chance to win, which was a very positive sign for our team.
Here comes the Moser question. Can't believe I'm even formulating it like this. I think adversity is a good thing. I think you learn from it. I think you get stronger from it. I think that it can be beneficial when it's, when it's not overwhelming. And you guys have dealt with that. I mean, you've dealt with injuries and so on and so forth. But does this team right now, with the total pros you have running that room inside internally, how much adversity do you really need? And where do you fall in that, versus, everything's just all roses all the time? How do you see that?
Well, I think over the course of the season, you're going to see a lot of adversity, and you're going to see a lot of things thrown at you. You're going to, whether it's just so we just have a standard for a play, what we want our game to look like on a nightly basis, right? And for a long time, I felt like we were hitting that. And, we've got this streak going right now, and teams are coming in, and it's an important point of the season. The standings are super tight. I just feel like you're going to get everyone's best game on a nightly basis right now because they see your record and they don't want to be embarrassed coming in and playing you. Number two is they want to be the team to kind of knock you off the pedestal, right? And it's all where we'd be a good measuring stick game for a lot of teams that are fighting to get in the playoffs, or they're in the playoffs, their team's trying to move up the standings. So you see a little bit of everything. And, just like this weekend, there's lots of adversity this weekend. We're not creating the way we want to create. We're not defending the way we want to defend. So then, I want to know, what's the message that's being sent through our team? Are we getting frustrated and quitting on plays, or are we digging in and understanding where we're at, and we're just going to play a smart game and dig into the details and chip away at teams and find ways to win? And we did that, and I like the message that was being sent in the room and on the bench. And so guys are staying focused. You might not feel your best every night. You might not be playing your best every night, but you still got to find a way to win those games. Low scoring, high scoring, whatever, lots of special teams, whatever's kind of thrown at you, you got to dig in and thrive in the moment. And our guys are finding ways to get results. So I like that. And it's going to be like that all year long. And And that's how you kind of get prepared for the playoffs. What you go through as a team in the regular season can prepare you for playoffs. And it's why I like the fact that, like, we're kind of starting the year with a roster that's set, that, you know, we're not expecting a ton of changes come deadline like we've had the last couple of years. We're healthy. We got our guys signed. We like our team. We like the depth. And, so now they can go through all these experiences together.
Coach Bednar is brought to us by Ramos Law. Car accident? You need Ramos Law, medical doctor and attorney, ramoslaw.com. Coach, you're 5 points up on the next closest team in the league. You're dominating 5-on-5. The power play, you made some changes this offseason after the exit in the playoffs. Things are maybe starting slowly, but could you explain your thought process to folks out there who are like, gosh, the Avs on the power play? But why is it worth it to go through some of these growing pains for a potential reward down the line when you guys get close to the postseason?
Yeah, well, we're looking at all kinds of things and trying all kinds of, like, different things and trying to sort of change the mindset of our group a little bit. And so we haven't found something that's really clicking for us yet. So we're going to continue to experiment, right? Like, so after 5 or 6 games, we changed the personnel. We just changed it again and put, like, say, Marty Neckish is in a completely different spot now. Landy's up on the first power play. We've got some guys injured in Val and Brindley that can play the power play and have played the power play for us this year. So I don't know. Teams are killing us different because of Cale and McKinnon than they have in the past, and what they're doing right now is working. It worked at the end of last year for teams to try and shut us down, and it's working now. So it's up to us to find solutions and kind of work through it and not be stubborn as a group. We have to sort of look at what teams are doing and take what they give us and get dangerous from there. So it's all things that teams will throw at you in different games in the playoffs. It's all things that they'll throw at you in different series in the playoffs. And ultimately, you got to find solutions. So to me, it's practice. You know, that's what it is.
Sure,
it's practice, getting through difficult situations. When a team takes away what you want to do, and then they take away the second thing you want to do, what are you going to do? Are you going to get frustrated, or are you going to find solutions and work through it and still find a way to be productive, you know? And so I'd rather learn those lessons now than have it pop up later on in the year. You know, what they go through now, they'll remember, and those experiences can pay dividends as you go on later on in the season.
Hey, let's get the rundown of guys getting close or guys back. I know that Kivy is back. That's great news. Great to have that workhorse and that motor back in the lineup. Where's everybody else?
Yeah, so Kivy back today, which is great. And Ivan recalled today. So he'll play tonight as well. O'Connor still working through his long-term injury. I don't really have an update on him. He's been on the ice, off the ice. It's just, you know, we talked about it before. You know, he had the surgery. All that seems to be going great. Other things have sort of popped up in his battle to return to play, right? So he's working through some of those issues now. Brindley is like, it's week to week, but a little bit on the longer term. Seems to be doing well, and we're getting some good reports on how he's feeling, but he's not on the ice yet. And then Val, big positive step yesterday. He had a good couple days while we were out on the road, and joined the team yesterday for practice in non-contact and made it through the whole practice. So, you know, we've got, I'd say this week's a big week for Val to continue to progress non-contact and then hopefully get the contact jersey, and we could see him as early as next week.
All right, finally, you missed it, but Vic went on his yearly American Thanksgiving rant earlier on in the program. And, you know, Vic, why do you get so uptight about American versus Canadian Thanksgiving? What's your issue, man?
Because when does that conflict ever come up? We asked the coach how he celebrated Canadian Thanksgiving, and he didn't. So why are we making an issue of this? Why are you guys calling it one or the other? Am I going to start calling it Chinese Thanksgiving? Italian Thanksgiving? How many Thanksgivings are there? There's Thanksgiving.
So
it's
dramatic.
Thursday. What's the issue?
So,
Do I have a problem here, Coach? Can you set me straight? Am I wrong?
I'm kind of with Vic on this. I'm in the U.S., so I celebrate Thanksgiving.
This isn't hard.
I'm not having two of them. Now, if I had my whole family, say, from Canada, this would be the exception. Everyone was in visiting because they got, time off for Thanksgiving there. Then if they were down visiting, maybe we'd celebrate, Canadian Thanksgiving in the U.S. But if not, it's just standard Thanksgiving.
Coach, do you have two birthdays? Do you have a Canadian birthday and an American birthday? That'd be great.
Give it a rest.
yeah, he didn't want to hear that, Vic.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to go to McDonald's. I'm going to go to McDonald's by the hotel tomorrow night. It's going to be good. I'll bring you back a McChicken or something. How's that sound?
I've seen the way you eat on the road. It's not great.
Yeah, no, it's not. Coach, it's always great to talk to you each and every week. Good luck tonight against the Sharks. This up-and-coming Sharks team, man, they are dangerous. That Celebrini is a heck of a player. We don't have time to talk about that, but we will next week. So good luck tonight, and we'll see you at the rink.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Thank you, Coach.